Fady was diagnosed with Kwashiorkor, a form of malnutrition caused by inadequate protein intake. Her immune system started to deteriorate. The nurses at the main clinic tried to do everything they could to treat Fady for over a month. Sadly, she wasn't able to keep her food down, and her health continued to fail. Between the years 2000 and 2017, the number of stunted children under the age of 5 have increased in West and Central Africa. In 3 regions, this affects 1 in every 3 children.
People who have Kwashiorkor usually have weak body parts except their ankles, feet, and bellies, which swell with fluid. Children who may contain this disease may not fully develop and do not have a high chance of growing.
Lacking nutrition, lack of ways to get nutritional food, and not being able to afford food are the main determinants of Kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor causes people to not grow properly for the rest of their lives. Kwashiorkor can prevent societies from growing properly and living healthy lives.
Kwashiorkor was introduced in 1935 by Cicely Williams. The name is from the Ga language, which means sickness of the baby when the new baby comes, or disease of the disposed child.
Some people cannot get the correct nutritional food because of natural disasters like droughts and floods.
Some symptoms include diarrhea, irritability, flaky rash, shock, fatigue, loss of muscle mass, change in skin and hair color. Kwashiorkor can also be a sign of an underlying condition or disease such as HIV. To diagnose this disease, doctors usually check for an enlarged liver and then take blood tests to look for complete blood count, blood nitrogen levels, blood levels of creatine, and blood levels of potassium. In order to prevent Kwashiorkor, people need to make sure that they get the proper nutrients in their diets. They need to have carbohydrates and fat and protein, fat being at least 10% of total calories and protein being at least 12%. In order to treat Kwashiorkor, people need to start getting more calories and a sufficient amount of protein in the diet. Vitamin and mineral substances are also essential. Some other risks include coma, shock, and death if not treated soon enough, as well as permanent physical disability and permanent mental disability. Children who have Kwashiorkor may also never reach their full potential in height and weight. Doctors in these third world countries are doing their best to treat victims and educating people about the disease and how to prevent it. However, many people in these countries don't have access to good education or the internet and might not be able to see all of what they're trying to do.
There are many ways to tackle malnutrition, including multi-sectoral nutrition and multi-sectoral coordinating bodies.
Kwashiorkor is a horrible disease that is most prevalent in overpopulated areas of the world and in underdeveloping and developing countries. This disease is most common in sections of Africa, South Asia, and South India. Quality of life in those regions is quite sad. People starve because they don't have proper diets or clean water to drink from, and kids have very little education. As well, these regions do not have the proper sanitary conditions. In helping these regions, the National Health Mission of these regions is trying to improve the availability of quality health care. As well, they are providing universal access to public health services. Health issues that have succeeded in these regions are they managed to create population stabilization, and as well they have created a better environment for children.